Good morning. How is everybody today? Well, good. It's good to see you this morning. We'll ask our Fairview friends to come on up. You guys can get to Children's Church here in just a few moments.
Landry's back.
Did you get your hair messed up?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
No, I just did it.
Well, that's okay. He's just trying to fix it, wasn't he? Just trying to help him out, wasn't you? Just trying to be a friend. How are you guys this morning?
Good.
Did you have a good week?
Yeah.
Anything exciting happen this week?
Yeah.
Really? What happened, Landry?
Got faith in God.
Oh, yeah? Well, that's good. That's good. Anything else exciting happen this week?
Last night I went to Target.
You did?
And guess what? I have a new mower.
You got a new mower? Whoa.
Hey, Gary.
Yeah.
I go to the arcade last.
You did? Wow. Well, it sounds like y'all had a good week anyways, right? So, I've got something I'm going to talk to the big kids about here in just a moment, and I kind of want to hear your all's take on this. So what do you think about when I say that God is everywhere and that He sees everything? What does that mean to you?
It means He's like everywhere and He can go to, and He's... Okay, forgot.
Well, no, you're on the right path. No, you're on the right path.
He's always beside us.
Uh-huh. Always beside us and working in our lives. What else?
And Jesus saves us.
He sure does.
Yeah, he got faith in God.
Yeah, that's right. So, does it scare you if somebody says, I can see everything you're doing? So what if your mom or dad says, hey, I see you? What does that mean? You're maybe going to get in trouble? Maybe? So there's that potential, right? Yeah. But so that's exactly the point that I was hoping you might make. Because that's what I'm going to talk to the big kids here in about just in a moment. Because sometimes, and maybe too often, we know that God sees us and we know that God knows everything. But a lot of times we look at that as a threat. Oh no, God's watching. Instead of that being a good thing, a blessing, knowing that God's with us and knowing that God sees us, because that means He's always watching out for what's best for us, right? So it's a good thing too, right? Because sometimes mom or dad might say, hey, I'm watching you, meaning that they're watching you do something good too, right? Yeah. So it's not always a bad thing, not always a scary thing. But it's important to know that He is always there and that He is always watching.
Or a mean thing.
Yeah, certainly. So in Psalm 139, and I'm not going to read the whole psalm to you, but it's a great psalm, and it's a psalm of David. You guys have heard of David, King David. Well, he wrote this psalm.
The book of David.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure it's a great book. And so just a little bit of what David said, and it's kind of what we're talking about. He says, "O Lord, you have searched me and known me." He says, "You know when I sit down and when I rise up. You discern, or you know my thoughts from afar, from a long way off." He says, "You search out my path and my lying down and are acquainted with all of my ways." In other words, David says, you know when I go to bed. You know when I get up. You know everything that I do when I do it. David reminds us of that. So what a great reminder that is for us too, right? Knowing that God loves us enough to want to know that, but that He knows and sees every single thing